My dear students, before I begin up explaining you this chapter, let me throw a little bit insight into the title of this chapter, Deep Water. Deep water refers to the depth of the water, and it was because of the depth of the water only that the narrator William Douglas had suffered from hydrophobia, which took years for him to come out of that fear. It is always said, once bitten and twice shy. In other words, if you are unable to do any task, if you are unable to perform any task the first time, if you are facing any problem, you hesitate to do it twice. But, my dear students, you will come out as a better person if you are able to take that risk in your life. The same was the case with William Douglas. William Douglas recalls a misadventure of childhood. It had happened when he was 10 or 11 years old. He had decided to learn to swim. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima which was safe. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end and 9 feet deep at the other. The drop was gradual. He got a pair of water wings and went to the pool. He hated to walk naked into water and show his very thin legs. My dear students, the author had developed an aversion to the water when he was 3 or 4. His father had taken him to the beach in California. This was the very first incident where he had developed the hydrophobia. They stood together on the surf. The waves knocked him down and swept over him. He was buried underwater. His breath was gone. He was frightened. His father laughed. But the overpowering force of the waves filled terror in the young author's heart. Here, dear students, you ought to remember that it is your childhood experience that makes you a mature person. It is your childhood fears only that last for a lifetime. And it was this fear of water at the beach that really had filled his heart with fear. Unpleasant memories were revived when he went to the YMCA pool for the first time. Childish fears were stirred, but soon he gathered confidence. He watched other boys paddling on water with water wings. He tried to learn by imitating them. He did this 2 or 3 times on different days. He was just beginning to feel comfortable in the water when the misadventure happened. When he went to the pool, there was no one else. So he sat on the side of the pool to wait for others. Shortly afterwards, a big boy, a boxer, came. He was probably 18 years old and had beautiful muscles on his legs and arms. Now just imagine he is a 18-year-old boy and the narrator at that point of time was about 3 or 4. He called the author skinny and asked him how he would like to be plunged in water. Plunged in water, thrown into the water. The boxer boy picked Douglas and threw him into the deep end. He struck water in a sitting position. He swallowed water and at once went to the bottom. He was frightened but did not lose his wits. He made a plan. He would make a big jump when his feet hit the bottom. He would come to the surface like a cork, lie flat on it, and then paddle to the edge of the pool. Here, the narrator displayed his presence of mind. He did not lose courage. He was determined to come out of the water.